All right, it looks like we have an official date for Young Thug's UI Scuti album, and it's going to be on September 26th. Next week. It was supposed to drop today, the 19th, as I'm recording this, but we all know that would have been a bad idea because Cardi B dropped her album today. And despite what people may say about Cardi B, people are still going to check it out at least the first week, see if there's hits on it, see if there's any tea, as they say. I don't say that word, but yeah, the tea. And I have a whole separate video for Cardi B and that album anyway, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, the 26th of September next week is more appropriate. And in my last Young Thug videos that I dropped, I talked about how it's going to be hard for Young Thug to grab people's attention and how he didn't take advantage of the momentum that he had. But I can't lie, there is a lot of eyeballs on Young Thug. And it's not even because of him. It's because of the phone call leaks that surfaced around the internet, you know, when he was locked up, and, you know, the whole snitching video where he was talking to the cops and things of that nature. So he kind of had no choice but to, you know, speak out and apologize and explain himself and do things like that. So you can say a lot of that brought a lot of eyeballs on Young Thug again, because he's been going viral multiple times for different reasons. And the interview that he did with Big Bang, that's the one that we're seeing everywhere. There's multiple memeable type of moments and funny things he was saying, and he wasn't even trying to be funny. That whole interview, Young Thug was not taking accountability whatsoever. But yeah, that's a whole nother thing right there.
Chin up, fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop-de-doo.
And with these viral moments surrounding Young Thug's name, he decided to finally drop some music, drop a video, explain himself more, and even tease us with some snippets as well. And to be honest, everything Young Thug has dropped so far has been terrible. I don't care what nobody says, it's not good. Like, I'm not saying Young Thug is the most genius artist ever, or he's like the most talented artist in the world or anything like that, but this is a huge downgrade sonically. When you hear these songs, these snippets, the music doesn't sound mastered. It doesn't sound right. He sounds uninspired. It's like he lost his music sauce. Whatever made him special, he lost it completely. And there might be some people saying that, well, he can't talk about certain stuff. You know, that's why his music doesn't sound good. That's not true. He doesn't have to talk about guns and shooting and gangs. He doesn't have to do that for it to sound good. It's all about the flow, the melodic sound, and all of that. He just sounds like he just doesn't know how to make music no more. It's like he doesn't know how to rap like that. Like, there's no energy, there's no passion, there's none of that. It's like he got his money, the fame, he got the girl that he wanted, and he's just eating good, fat, not in shape, and not inspired to be creative with the music. Like, he spent so much time post getting out of jail tweeting about how Gunna's a rat, how this person's a rat, and as time went on, it just increased even more. Instead of going straight in the studio, now he's starting to rap and throwing out songs here and there, starting to be somewhat consistent with it, but he sounds very rusty. It sounds like he's just recording his first or second song, even though he's recorded songs like Money on Money, the one with Future. He released that one out there. That was supposed to be the first single off of UI Scuti. But since then, we've been getting nothing but tweets about rats and apologies, him doing damage control. Like, it's been one hot mess, and we can only blame Young Thug for that, because if you look at Gunna, when he got out, it was strictly silence, studio, fitness, and just letting the music speak for itself, while the internet was tearing him down, and Young Thug calling shots saying, you don't mess with Gunna, you don't mess with Gunna neither, he's a rat, he's a snitch, King Slime this, King Slime that. Gunna said, okay, I'm just gonna let the music speak for itself and drop some bangers, and that's what he did.
Fuck me, that's love, buddy. Pussy, you killed that kid. That ain't stepping.
Ran over my toes. Shanae name crop on her toes. She know she gotta stick to the code. Everything about me, dog. The trunk in the front.
And with all the snippets and songs that Young Thug is finally dropping, I don't think this album is going to be good. This might be Young Thug's worst album in a while. It just might be, because it's like he doesn't know how to make music. And I'm not even over exaggerating. Like, It's really bad. It's not good. And he's obviously still going to be working with top producers in the game, you know, the ones that make great beats and things like that. But that's only part of it. The beat can only carry for so long. If you don't sound good on the mic, on the song, then it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, there was one snippet that I heard. I believe it was earlier today. There was a snippet I heard. It was the best out of every single one that I've heard so far, but it's still not, oh my God, I can't wait for this song. It's cool. And not only is Thug having trouble with making good music, he's gonna have trouble with working with different people in the industry, because all these phone calls of him talking behind people's back, calling them names, calling people ugly like Glorilla, saying Future's this, saying Drake is that. They could have gave you a pass because your music is so great and it's undeniable and it doesn't matter, but you're not even making good music. So you've got exposed for talking behind people's back. You look like a fake person. Plus you're not making good music on top of it. Like, what's the point? People are not going to really want to work with you like that. You're not making good songs, and it's not really a look for them. You're more so benefiting than they are. I mean, I guess you could say they're kind of benefiting, because when this album does drop, people are going to check it out at least for the first week, just to get a taste and see just to get a taste and see how the project is. But I don't know, Thug is benefiting more from these features, but let's see if they clear it, like Drake and Future. Let's see if these features get cleared. And Lil Baby, that's a whole nother video in itself, because Lil Baby still hasn't dropped the Leaks project, and we kind of know why he didn't drop it, because he was supposed to. Yeah, Young Thug, it's your fault, bro. And one thing about Young Thug, he's gotten so cocky and arrogant throughout the years. And it's one thing to be cocky and, you know, think you're the best and you can call these shots and all that. That's cool. But if you can't back it up with music, it's not gonna work out, because this isn't the streets. The industry is not the streets. People gravitate to what's hot, and you're not hot musically. There's no hit, there's no smash record, there's none of that. It's just mostly gossip. And there are eyeballs on you, yes, but you have to capitalize with that, with great music. You had plenty of time to work on that. I'm not hearing, oh, he has to take some time off. No, like, this dude's been free since Halloween last year. Like, you shouldn't be this rusty on the mic. Like, Young Thug only got locked up for like 2 years. Is it 2 years and a half? Something like that. It's not that he got locked up for like 10, 15. Then that kind of would make sense if you sounded rusty and it's hard to get back to making the same music. That kind of would make sense. But it's only been like 2 years, bro. Like, come on. And we get it. Gunna's a rat. This person's a rat. Rat this, rat that. You said you had a rat detector. Yeah, I'm not forgetting that. He said that in the Gillian Wallow interview, I believe. He said he had some rat detector. He can figure out who's a rat. But that wasn't the case. And people are calling Thug a rat for his own situation. But that's just a whole nother thing right there. But yeah, people just want Thug to drop some good music. But who knows? Maybe he's just not capable of making good music anymore. I don't know. But in my opinion, this UI Scuti album will determine where Young Thug's career goes from here. This might be one of his worst albums. But who knows? He could shock us. He could hit us with a curveball, like, and oh my God, it's possible. But from what it's looking like, from the songs that he dropped versus, you know, and the snippets and all that, it's not looking too good right now. He doesn't sound good. The music is not good. And the thing is, I want his music to be good. I want it to be good, but it's not sounding right. Like, you've turned a lot of people off. You came off like a bully trying to run things and call shots, thinking you run everything and you are the program, but you are not the program. You're not making good music. You're a musician. This isn't the streets. This is the industry, the music industry. And we don't care about the hits that you used to have and the emotion that you had before and things like that. It's about what you're doing right now. and you're not doing much. But yeah, that's just how I feel about Young Thug. I just feel like this album most likely is going to be a disaster. Things could change, I don't know, but just based off what I'm hearing, I don't think this album is going to be good. But yeah, you guys let me know anything down below, anything Young Thug related and things of that nature. And with all that being said, I will see you guys on the next one.